Hey everybody, it's Candy, aka Brown Girl 69. How y'all doing? Well, tonight is July 5th of 2025, Saturday evening, approximately 9:45 p.m. Let me tell you, between Thursday, Friday, and today, it's been crazy. Crazy at the store, my job. Thursday was crazy because it was the day before the 4th, so everybody was coming in to get their items that they needed for their cookout or whatever. And then on Friday, well, people were coming back in to finish getting their stuff that they needed for their cookouts and festivities. And I just wasn't feeling it. In fact, I'd been invited to go to a 4th of July party, but I had to be at work at 9 o'clock this morning, and I was invited to go to a couple of locations to celebrate. I was invited to go to my son-in-law's brother's house, and I'm sure there was food there as well as fireworks. And then I was invited to go to another acquaintance's friend's party, a customer that I know from up there at my job. And I just pretty much told him that more than likely I wouldn't be going because of the fact that I had to be at work so early. Today was a very difficult day. It was busy because today was the 5th, so a lot of people get their food stamps on the 5th, and it was busy. Um, my side was killing me. My side and my lower back was killing me. But as you can see, I'm all nice and clean and freshened up, so I did take a nice long hot shower this evening and put some muscle relaxant um, liquid on my knees and legs so they feel a little bit better than they did. Um, this America is not the America I grew up in, though. And there's this part of me that doesn't really know what to think. Um, what to believe, what to do. Do I believe all the hype and rhetoric that's coming out about things in the last couple of days, or do I just sort of store it in my memory banks but move on with life? My mother messaged me yesterday, I believe it was, and asked me if I had work today, and I messaged her back and said yes, 9 to 3. Well, when I got home yesterday evening, I gave her a call, and she wanted to know when I had some free time available because she's needing to show me a few things in her house and give me a list of things that I'm going to need to do when she passes on. Because of the fact that my mother doesn't want to make the process any more difficult than it has to be. So she's leaving me a list of things that has to be done and how she wants things done, where certain things are going to be, etc., etc. So I told her that I could come over. She said she'd prefer if I came over on, excuse me, one of my days off. And I told her I had Tuesday and Wednesday off. And so I told her that we could get together on Tuesday after she gets done with Clothes Closet if she wants to. And she's 92. I asked her, I was like, why are you showing me all these things? Why do you want to show me all these things? Are you trying to tell me something? Are you trying to tell me in a subtle way that you're not going to be here very much longer or what? She's like, no, I just want you to be prepared. And I go, well, don't you want to live to be, I thought you were going to live to be 100. She's like, oh no, I don't want to live to be 100. And I was like, why not? I mean, that's a pretty, that's a goal that a lot of people set, but they will never meet. And you're only 8 years away from achieving it. She's like, yeah, but by the time you make it to be 100 years old, all your friends are gone. Um, you don't really know anybody anymore because they're all dead and gone. And I started thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, the only ones you really know are like the younger generation of your family, like me, your granddaughter Kelsey, and your great grandchildren. But as far as like all the people that you used to socialize with when you were younger or do things with, now some of those people are no longer with us. So I totally get it. I just hope that I can achieve getting somewhere with her, so to speak. My mother and I have never really been close. And I feel a lot of that had to do with the fact that I was adopted. Um, it doesn't mean that I don't love my mother, because I do love my mother, because why? She was my mother. Um, I think there was a lot of things that happened in my childhood and in my teen years and even into my adult years with my mother that I used to say that she was a narcissist, but I don't really truly believe that now. I believe that, she had a lot of issues that she hadn't worked out for her own or dealt with on her own, and that leaked into how she parented me. But for her to actually intentionally set out to hurt me or try to destroy me, I don't truly believe was ever part of her repertoire. Um, I think she just wanted what was best for me based off of her values and morals and how she was raised, you know. I'm really hoping that since she's talking about this stage of life, that perhaps it'll allow her to open up a little bit more to me about certain things. I don't know. I'll give an update video on that if it happens, if it occurs, or whatever. And my job, it's changing too. Seems like a lot of things are happening. You know, um, this place I work at, it used to be called United years ago. United Supermarkets. There actually might still be a couple of them around, but I don't think so. And then I guess they sold out, and it was like it wasn't Homeland, but Homeland owns Cash Savers. Well, rumor has it that Homeland's getting ready to merge with some other grocery store company. But I don't know if that's the truth or not. But it just seems like there's a lot of instability in my job at the moment. Not just for me, but just all these things that are happening. It just makes it feel unstable. I know a few people that work there that, not a few, I'd say a couple of people that I know work there that are currently trying to find employment elsewhere. Now, me, as soon as my driver's license comes in, and if I haven't received it by Monday, I'm giving them a call because Tuesday's been a month since I received it, and it's been 30 days, and I still haven't received it. So I've got to call them, and knowing my luck, I'm going to have to go back up there, and hopefully I don't have to go through the whole process again. And I know one thing, I'm definitely not paying them any more money because I still have my receipt and everything. But as soon as I get that driver's license, then I can get my medical card. And once I get my medical card, then I can start applying to hopefully work in a processing plant or a dispensary of some sort in the medical cannabis industry. Try to find a company that's pretty reputable and that pays a decent wage and will allow me to try to work my way up into the business. Because the current job I'm at now, there is no room for working your way up in business. There is no room for improving or working your way up the ladder. There's just no way, you know. And as far as the people that have seniority ahead of me that work on the day shift, there's two people ahead of me on the day shift that has seniority over me as far as length of time there. And then the lady that works the night shift, the head lady that works nights and closes nights, she's the seniority lead on that shift. But overall, in general, I still have three people ahead of me in cashiers that has more seniority than I do. So I'm never going to be anything more than just a grocery cashier, as long as I stay with this company. Unless I'm trying to get my foot in the door in the office or in HR somehow, some way. But I don't like playing company politics, and basically, if you're in HR or working in the office, I don't know. I'm just not all about that kind of energy, I guess, is a good word for it. Can't believe I've been talking for 13 minutes. But yeah, this isn't the America I grew up in. What we see playing out before us. And I'm really starting to understand a lot more now that I'm alone. Um, some things have been happening, as far as like what's going on in Texas with that flash flood and those girls, teenagers that were at Camp Mystic, as well as probably counselors and other people that was, there for the camp season. Um, some are still missing, had not been accounted for yet. More than likely, they either won't be found, or if they are found, they won't be still breathing. Because I think that, like me, if I was in an emergency situation like that and had gotten swept down river somewhere and luckily survived and was able to make it to land where I could find another human, oh yeah, they would definitely know who I was immediately. I mean, survival mode would be my first instinct would be to try to find another human. You know, unless I'm just so exhausted and I'm gonna like lay there on the bank or something until I could gather more energy, you know. But my heart goes out to those families um, that still have not found their missing loved ones. Anyways, this is just a somber moment for me, I guess, or portion of time. With all the energies that have been going on lately and around me recently, it's made me even want to retreat into my shell even more and concentrate on me more. That's exactly what it's making me want to do, which is a good thing because I've been truly wanting to concentrate on me more than I ever have in the last few years that I've been trying to concentrate on myself. Anyways, much love, everybody. Peace, love, hugs, nugs, all that good stuff. Smoke it if you got it. And until the next time, I'm out.